Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for taking part in the Fasten Off Yarn-a-Long by watching this designer interview. Um, I am Josiane. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am happy to be meeting Teresa from Classical Songbird Designs in beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia, in the eastern part of Canada. Teresa, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your design business?
Yeah, so I run Classical Songbird Designs, and I mainly do things like accessories and stuffed animals. Anything that's sort of whimsical and cute and fun is my purview.
Nice, nice. How did you get started designing?
So I was a knitter for a while, and then I found I started to want to knit things that were very specific in my mind, and I couldn't find like the exact pattern I wanted. And so I started to design my own. And, kind of on a whim, I wrote them up and put them out there, and people started to knit them. And it was like, oh, this is something people actually do. Maybe I can build a career out of this.
Nice, nice. So, and when looking through your portfolio, the kind of underlying theme that we can see would be fun and whimsy. Is there any? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your brand.
Yes. I like to focus on what I call like small moments of joy. So it kind of ranges from like cute wee animals to like natural wonders, or even just like my morning mug of tea. Like really, reminders that like the big moments in life are really fun, but it's those small moments that, really make life great and enjoyable on a day-to-day basis.
Nice, nice. And I have noticed in your bio that, well, you identify as, well, you're neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Um, and I've seen on your site that it has something to do with why you've decided to focus on the small things and the little joys. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, I have OCD and autism, and it can make life a little difficult sometimes. My brain likes to really consider like the worst possible situations. And so, these reminders are a good reminder for me, and I think for a lot of people, that all the really good things are there too. My brain can try to draw me away to all the terrible stuff, but I get to choose what I focus on. And those little moments in every day really just help me keep going and keep positive and yeah.
It makes even small things. It makes a whole world of difference. Really
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
nice. Um, but to find which small little delights you will make, where do you find your inspiration? How do you choose?
I I have a hard time choosing. I have a whole list of designs that I want to do that I just literally don't have enough time to knit and design. So they're all in a queue, they're waiting. But I find nature is a big one for me. Like I really love to get outside and be able to breathe fresh air. And I love all the little things out there that, make it great. Like going on hikes and looking for little mushrooms or changing leaves. Um, being by the coast, which is so novel for me because I grew up in the prairies. I adore like the waves on the shore and, rocky beaches versus sandy beaches. So nature is a big one for me.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it's an infinite source of inspiration for sure.
Yeah.
Um, you touched on this a little bit when you told us why and how you got started, but um, how do you feel when you see crafters choosing to make your designs?
I it's kind of incredible every time. Like I feel so lucky that something in my work resonated with them.
Nice. And what do you want them to feel besides, the joy and what do you want crafters to feel when they make your designs?
I want it to be, a little bit of a challenge, but mostly like a bit of a haven in their day, that their knitting is somewhere they can come and, find comfort and a little bit of delight.
All right. Yeah. So finding delight while still learning something, getting challenged a little bit just to have this opportunity to grow in a way
Yes.
as a knitter. Yeah, that's cool. Um, and do you enjoy seeing when crafters take your patterns and make them their own?
Yes, I love that. I think patterns are like a basis of creativity, for people to build off of, what colors you choose or what modifications you make. It really is what makes it yours and makes it unique. And I love seeing how people put their unique spin on things.
Fun. Can you think of one in particular that you could tell us about?
Yeah, I have a little knit fish pattern. And so, I mean, they're really just like a little fish, that's it. And I saw someone attach them to a wreath on their front door. And not something I would have ever thought of doing, but I thought that was so cool.
Nice. And I saw on your blog that you've actually shared a post about how to turn that little knit fish into an ornament.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
like giving tips like that on how to use your designs. Fun.
Yeah.
Um, and do you have anything that you would like to show us right now that you
Yeah,
could?
I had a hard time choosing which
Mhm.
ones.
Which
Um,
ones to highlight?
Yeah, for the socks, I decided to do my strawberry matcha socks. And these are actually knit in different colors than the original ones because I love the original ones so much. I put them in my own closet. But I think these ones are a great one to play with color because, you have three sections and, you could do these two the same, or you could switch it up and, do this part dark and this part light. And I think they're just very fun and very whimsical. And
Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
a lovely introduction to stranded knitting.
Yes, yeah, there's
There's
very
just a little bit
little
of it.
bit. Yeah, I think it's only like 4 rows or something of stranded knitting, so it's a good way to get used to it for sure. And then
Awesome.
for
Yeah.
stuffed animals, because I also had to do those, I picked my little knit clementines. I love these guys. I love their little legs. I always picture them as being like little woodland sprites, they're hanging out in trees, like pretending to be a real clementine. And they sit so nicely because of where the legs are that, I've put them on my bookshelf. I can put them on my desk to work with them. And I love them so much.
Mm-hmm. So sweet. Awesome. Um, is there a design that you are particularly proud of?
I am very proud of my little Ushka stuffed animals. These guys are knit with fingering weight yarn, and they took a long time to get right, like between what the math was on the page and then what that actually looked like being knit up. I knit
Mm.
so many samples of these before I finally got like the proportions right. So I'm very, very proud of them.
Now you're really happy with them. You wanted to make sure that you would have the perfect little bear,
Yes,
and
yeah,
you've got it.
exactly.
Fantastic. Um, well, my next question was about to be, do you wear what you make? But we've got the answer right already.
Yes.
You're wearing your matcha socks.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Um, and what do you find most challenging in the designing process?
The math is a big one. Trying to get it consistent across all sizes to make sure that the instructions are a similar level of difficulty for all of them. I don't want, the chart for sizes 1, 2, and 4 to be easy, and then chart 3 to be like weirdly difficult because I had to jam it in there. So trying to make sure that they're all the same. I have to go back a lot and be like, okay, now we have to adjust this again. And now it works for sizes 2 and 4 and 3, but not size 1. And so, yeah, that's definitely the hardest part for me.
We can tell that you really put a lot of care into it. into making sure that your patterns are the best that they can be. One thing I've noticed too is that your photography is amazing. It's always so beautiful, well lit, and nicely laid out and stuff. Do you do it yourself?
I do, yes. It's been a journey. I have updated some of my old pictures because when I first started, I essentially knew how to hold my phone and hit the button in the middle. And so I worked very hard on trying to, make sure that the story of the pattern really shows up in the photos. So I'm glad that people like them.
Oh yeah, your hard work paid off for sure. Your pictures are amazing.
Thank you.
And lastly, because those 10 minutes interviews are going by very, very fast, what are we going to see from you next? Do you have any sneak peek that you can show from upcoming designs?
I do, yes. So for January, I've been working on these mittens. These are the Frozen Seas mittens. They're inspired by like the little, white caps that water gets in the winter. So they're knit up in a fisherman's rib and they are so squishy and so warm. And I am so excited for these to come out.
Fantastic. We really are looking forward to them because as with winter being the way it is,
Yeah.
they'll be really, really useful. And just as we close, what is the best way for people to keep in touch with you and learn about your new designs?
Instagram is best for social media. So I'm at Classical Songbird Knits on Instagram. But my mailing list is really the best place because I'm much more consistent there. So you can sign up for my mailing list anywhere on my website. It's classicsongbird.ca.
Fantastic. We'll put the links in the description below for
Thank you.
sure. So thank you so, so much, Teresa, for playing along and giving us this opportunity to get to know you better. And many thanks to everyone who watches this interview too. I hope you enjoyed it and you'll check out our other designers interview. The Fasten Off Yarn-a-Long keeps going, until December 31st this year, 2025, and it's never too late to join. So do check out our schedule for more events and activities. If you're seeing this video after the end of the event, please sign up for our newsletter to be notified when the next edition starts. Find the links in the description below. So thanks again, Teresa, and happy crafting, everyone.